Got me reminiscing back to when days were great. Got me wishing it was 1988.
Got me reminiscing back to when times were great. Got me wishing it was 1988.
Happy New Year, and welcome back, Lime Nation, to your one true source for hip-hop history, the Rap Flashback, January 2017 edition. Make some noise! Let's get started by looking back on a late 80s album that made its own fair share of noise back in the day. On January 23rd, 1989, Tone Loc released his debut album, Loc'ed After Dark, on Delicious Vinyl Records. Never really understood that. Who would eat a vinyl record? And I can't imagine it's delicious. I don't know. Maybe with some buffalo sauce? In any event, simply put, this record was a major hit for Tone Loc, peaking at number 1 on the Billboard 200 charts, on its way to double platinum sales. Driven by Tone Loc's laid-back delivery and raspy voice over minimalist production by the Dust Brothers, Loc'ed After Dark featured 3 hit singles, I Got It Going On, and my 2 favorites, Funky Cold Medina and Wild Thing, both classics in their own right. Interesting notes on Wild Thing. Firstly, Young MC co-wrote the track, which I think is pretty cool. But more importantly, the song uses a sample from Van Halen's Jamie's Cryin' that went uncredited at the time. The band would eventually file a civil suit and were awarded $180,000 in a settlement. Chump change considering how huge that track was. It peaked at number 2 on the Billboard 200 and amassed double platinum sales. But hey, at least Van Halen got something, right? Also noteworthy, Funky Cold Medina peaked at number 3 on the Billboard charts and reached platinum status. Tone Loc would never again reach the musical heights that Loc'ed After Dark brought, but he was able to capitalize on its success. Since the early 90s, he's landed numerous television and movie roles. Standouts include Poetic Justice, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, Martin, Living Single, King of the Hill, and most recently, as the voice of the Bad Eyewitness in Zootopia. Sadly, the Bat was killed, or cut from production, prior to the film's release. Regardless, shout-outs to Tone Loc for dropping a memorable record in Loc'ed After Dark and using that momentum to propel himself into a successful acting career. That's certainly Funky Cold Medina in my book.
She liked to do the wild thing.
Yeah, she does. And that brings us to our Flash Forward segment, where we recap some more recent hip-hop history, to appease our legions of younger fans. So anyway, the big trend over this past month's hip-hop news has, unsurprisingly, been fighting. That's right, y'all. Any hip-hop holiday cheer wore off really quick because everybody and their mama's been fighting recently. Most notably, Soulja Boy and Chris Brown have been trading Instagram video insults. That's right, y'all. These fools are fighting on Instagram, allegedly because Breezy threw shots at Soulja Boy for liking an Instagram picture of Breezy's ex, Karrueche Tran. Yeah, I know. It's hilarious, right? But I'm not even joking. That's apparently how this latest round of Insta-beefing started. Sadly, or thankfully, if you enjoy that kind of buffoonery, that wasn't the worst, or best, of it. The whole thing has devolved into claims of Soulja Boy being practically homeless, half-hearted apologies that were quickly taken back, Soulja Boy getting roughed up by some real G's on his own Instagram live feed, and all sorts of gossipy goodness. But here's the best part. If reports are to be believed, these two sons of bitches are actually gonna fight. That's right, y'all. Breezy and Soulja Boy are gonna get it on in the ring. They go box! Woohoo! This is the type of madness I can get behind. Maybe it's the Puerto Rican in me, but I can't turn away from a good boxing match, or I suppose in this case, boxing spectacle. Supposedly, Floyd Mayweather is gonna train Soulja Boy, and Iron Mike Tyson's going to train Chris Brown. Are you fucking kidding me? This is fantastic. Here's the best part. Mike's even recorded a Soulja Boy diss track, and it's too hysterical not to share. Let's take a listen.
If you show up, it's going down. I'm gonna teach him how to knock your ass out. If you show up, it's going down. I'm gonna teach him how to knock your ass out. I'm Mike Tyson. It's going down. I'm gonna teach him how to knock your ass out. If you show up, it's going down.
I'm gonna teach him how to knock your ass out. How wonderful is that? Listen, I'm all for traditional rap beefs. The Shan versus KRS, Ice Cube versus NWA, and Nas versus Jay-Z variety, where the diss records were potent. But given how lame hip-hop beef has become, where dudes don't even write tracks anymore. They just air each other out over the internet with Instagram live feeds and unoriginal memes. I'm 150% behind dudes just squaring up in the ring and knocking each other out. And given hip-hop is a copycat sport, I'm both hoping and guessing that it's only a matter of time before this becomes the latest hip-hop trend. How great would this have been back in the day? 50 versus Ja Rule?
I'd bet on 50.
Agreed. Joe Budden versus Method Man.
METHOD, man.
Yup, cause Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Biggie versus Pac.
Biggie.
Yeah, man, the Pac fan in me hates to admit it, but Biggie would have eaten him alive. In any event, apparently Meek Mill wants to get in on the action too, recently saying he'd box Drake for $5 million and that Nicki Minaj would be the ring girl.
Drake!
Agreed again, Prof, and here's why. A few months ago in this segment, we noted how despite Meek Mill's lackluster battle rap history, he'd never actually lost because he was going home to Nicki Minaj at the end of the night. Well, guess what? Nicki has moved on. That's right, y'all. Men across the world can celebrate because Nicki Minaj is single again. Woohoo! So that means we respectfully rescind our previous statement about Meek never losing. In fact, we're doing a full 180. Meek is now 0 for life when it comes to hip-hop battles. So yes, if he boxed Drake, sadly, I'd put my hard-earned Rap Flashback cash on Drake. Now, can we please get a Nicki Minaj versus Remy Ma beef? Like both kinds, where they trade amazing diss records and box. That's a match I'd pay to see. And as always, we'll conclude the show with birthday salutes to the following January babies. Born in Barbados, this 80s standout is truly one of the pioneers of hip-hop culture. He developed DJ moves, such as the backspin technique and punch phrasing, and perfected the art of scratching. Furious 5 member, Grandmaster Flash, January 1st. A legendary radio personality who also had a successful, albeit brief, MC run. Power 105's own Angie Martinez, January 9th. Boricuas stand up. A man who's only built for Cuban links and is certainly nothing to fuck with. Arguably the Wu-Tang Clan's most gifted MC, and in a group with that much talent, that's certainly saying something. Staten Island's own Raekwon the Chef, January 12th. Wu-Tang. The original GOAT. This Queens MC has been putting it down since the mid-80s. He can't live without his radio. He's bad. He needs love. He's walking with a panther. He's something like a phenomenon. He's Jack the Ripper, and his longevity in the game is matched by few, if any. Simply put, ladies love Cool James. That's right, Mr. Smith himself, James Todd to be exact, LL Cool J, January 14th. Born in the United Kingdom, our next January baby is considered one of the best rappers of the 80s, if not all time. His big hit, Children's Story, is a timeless classic that still gets love today. I would say the ruler's back, but truth be told, he never left. That's right, y'all, the legendary Slick Rick, January 14th.
You know, Scholar, he did do time behind bars, so technically, at one point, the ruler did leave and come back.
Well, Prof, maybe he was ruling from prison.
That's not quite how it works, Scholar. You see, when
my favorite DJ, and arguably the best at his craft, this man is so much more than just the Fresh Prince's sidekick. Transformer scratch specialist, the one and only DJ Jazzy Jeff, January 22nd. A man who's generally credited with popularizing innovations such as polysyllabic rhyming and rhyming over the end of the bar. Simply put, as far as rhyming goes, he changed the game. Mr. 18th letter himself, the R, the God MC, Rakim, January 28th. And to several others, such as Dragon, DJ Clue, Ninth Wonder, the late great Aaliyah, Afeni Shakur, and Jam Master Jay, Cypress Hill's DJ Muggs, MMG's Rick Ross, and Kid Cudi. As we like to say around these parts,
Happy motherfucking birthday!
And that concludes our show this month. As always, do yourself a favor and check us out at the newly revamped jplineproductions.com. With our sleek new layout, we're sure you'll more easily find all that hip-hop, poetry, sports, entertainment, and political content that you've grown to love. Be sure to catch up on past episodes of the Rap Flashback at the YouTube link below. And look out for our bi-monthly podcast, The Oddball Show, a collaboration with the good folks over at Oddball Magazine. For my partners, Professor and Spaceman, I am Scholar, signing off. Happy New Year, everyone.